Okay, so I have to do part two because I couldn't just leave it there because I don't want to leave people upset or fearful. I just noticed these little things that just don't seem like typical of a prognosis or a medical. Oh, you know, there's probably a word for it, I'm sure. But I was a little shocked, and I've only been through surgery once before, so I guess when you have a real good experience, you can tell the difference between a really good experience and a bad experience. And if we've been consistent with one thing, it's just always maintain a good rapport with your doctor. So if you're having a good relationship, you will notice that the difference when you have a bad relationship. So I can't emphasize how important it is to have good relationships, because you'll notice something is just not right, and there's just words I can't put to it. Like I said, I just don't want to be. I don't want to sound rude, but oh my God, it's scary how rude. So what happened that made me want to post this? Well, what happened was they read off the results over the phone, and I was just shocked. I've seen and heard things before, but working in a back office, having worked there in a medical clinic, I know that's not standard to give you bad news over the phone or any kind of news that would be this personal. And to me, this falls in that. So right off the bat, the first thing I'm thinking is bedside manner, etiquette, things that, those things, yeah, but this was more upsetting. So I think my response normally would have been different, and I did not respond to this the way I think most people should. So here's a laundry list of things that I got going on here. I was supposed to go in, and I thought I was going to have a hernia surgery, but then what ended up happening is the hernia surgery was postponed because I had an infection, and so they wanted to run more tests and get me back to that the equilibrium that you need to be at, or homeostasis, which is another word for saying just being balanced. If you want a real definition of the medical terminology, homeostasis is just being even balanced. So I know, having done a little homework over the past, just random stuff, just doing online searches about cancers and things like that, I know immediately, instead of, if I had an alternative, if they said I had to go through radiation therapy or any of that, well, I already know that's not the option I want to take. So I'll reconsider, do something like more homeopathic, I would think. I don't know. I mean, there's all kinds of resources out there. That's what I like, the fact that, you don't have to just settle for one method of, survival. And it, depending on what kind, there's all kinds of cancers, as you know. So I'm not afraid to talk about it, but I was pretty jilted and I was pretty jaded by some experiences, and I can't say that I can just quietly go about this differently. I got to be able to confront it, and I'm not going to just confront this alone. I know I have too many people around me that were willing to help, or willing to, I can open up to about it. But I can tell you, living through some experiences in the last year, maybe part of it was the divorce that I went through, or some of those things, but that's not even it. It's the idea that I had known there was something going on. I did not know what it was, but I was really, really concerned. And no way would I ever put something like that off. And one of the greatest things I ran into is just, life. Life would not get out of my way. It's like it would not allow me to go take care of business. And there were other things that obviously were happening that just got out of control. So I can't emphasize how important it is to do your homework, find out. I will not go through this blindly. I refuse to. And I pray that everybody that knows how to pray, just keep praying, because those prayers mean much more on this frequency in this life to me than all the other medicine techniques and methods of training and healing. Prayer is the frequency we all need to be on. So I thank you so much for that.